The 26th edition of Motul Petit Le Mans is in the books, and what a crazy 10 hours at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. We might have set a record, all-time record for cautions. Everybody hit everybody, cars crashed, cars ran out of fuel, cars had electrical problems, we had a fire towards the end. There was a really contentious battle for the overall win and the championship. Let's start with our championships. Congratulations to Action Express Racing, Cadillac Racing, champions of the inaugural Hybrid GTP Championship. What a phenomenal run by them throughout the year. Consistency really being a marker that got them to where they were. If you look at champions in LMP2, our friend Ben Keating, that entire Pier 1 Matheson Motorsports team, huge result for them. Ben in tears once again, so happy for this LMP2 team. And then the rest of the championships, frankly, were more or less ready to go and done, either at the wave of the green flag or even at the last race at Indianapolis. LMP3, congratulations to the Riley Motorsports team. Gar Robinson, your driver's champion. Holy cow, knocked it out of the park this year. And then our GT classes, GTD Pro locked up, Vassar Sullivan, that Lexus team, Jack Hawksworth, Ben Barnicoat, even our guy Kyle Kirkwood, champions, first-time champions in GTD Pro. Lexus, so proud of that. And then to close in GTD, Paul Miller Racing, Madison Snow, Corey Lewis, and Brian Sellers, the heart of that team. They're beautiful. Paul Miller Racing, BMW M4 GT3. They got the business done at the last race. Those are your 5 2023 IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Championship champions. When we come back next year, instead of 5 classes, we'll have 4. So we're farewelling LMP3. Let's talk about the winners of tonight's race. And boy, there's a lot of heartstrings being pulled. Winners of last year's Motul Petit Le Mans, Meyer Shank Racing, that number 60 Acura ARX 06. Phenomenal drive, especially at night by Colin Brown, snatching the lead away here in a late restart, and he drove this into victory lane 2 years in a row for the team here. Your defending champions weren't able to hold on to it, but nonetheless, an amazing, amazing story for Meyer Shank Racing. And LMP2, crowd strike by APR. We spent some time earlier this week speaking with our friend, race engineer Jeff Brown, who told us what you need, the right setup to get around Road Atlanta. He knew they're in victory lane. So happy for them. Talk about real mixed emotions for sure with the result in LMP3. The Junior 3 team won. Garrett Grist in particular put in an amazing performance. Final race for them. They're going to be looking after United Autosports, helping to work with them in their LMP2 program, but we will miss having Junior 3 as a standalone team in the WeatherTech Championship when we come back next year. WeatherTech Racing, that Mercedes-AMG GT3, wow, beautiful performance by them to win GTD Pro. Then if you want to talk about real fairy tale stuff, they've been on the verge of winning this year. Forte by US Racetronics and their Lamborghini, an underdog team, a team that has done super well, but this is a massive win for them, a massive cosign for everything they're doing things properly. So some real amazing finishes here that if you love IMSA, you know the teams. There are a lot of folks who won tonight. You're going to feel pretty happy about. Let's close. This is our final race report of the season. Let's close with our pal Mike Shank. Final race for Meyer Shank Racing in IMSA. Their contract, their time with Acura is done, searching for a new partner. But Mike, I think, was having to hold back some tears, very full of emotions, as he should be. 20 years here in sports car racing, his last for now. But let's go with Mike. We're talking about a fairy tale ending to a season and this chapter in Meyer Shank Racing's sports car racing career. We definitely close that chapter tonight. Michael Shank, I would imagine you are filled with emotions right now. You started this year with cheers and success in victory lane. You're ending this year in victory lane again. This is the end of the ride, at least for now. We know Meyer Shank Racing is doing everything it can to come back 2025. What are you feeling, brother? Winners of Petit Le Mans yet again.
It's really overwhelming. The crap that this team's been through after January, to win 3 races this year, have 4 or 5 podiums, ended up finishing 3rd in the championship, 1 or 2 points behind the whole thing. No one deserves it more than them. You know, Honda Acura put a huge effort into this. We got over our problem in January and just put our head back down. And this is what you get when you just take a lot of abuse from lots of people, which is unfortunate, but it's part of the deal. And it's time to move on now. Not with Acura, for the time being anyways, and not in IMSA for next year, it doesn't appear. But I'm grateful for the time I had with them. We did a lot, Marshall. Our record is impeccable. I think maybe only Ganassi has a better record in sports cars than us in the last 8 years, and I'm super proud of that. And to book 2 Daytonas in a row, 2 Petites in a row, I think it just proves, what kind of team we are. And the drivers, the engineers, the crew, all these people. This is my 20th season in IMSA Grand Am, and I couldn't be more proud. And go to work on the IndyCar program. Looking forward to that with Tom over there, and Felix Rosenquist, which I'm super happy to have on board, and see where we end up.
Tell me about the fight and resolve that we saw within Meyer Shank Racing today. This race was crazy. There were about 412 cautions. Everybody's hitting each other. We had a fire with the car with a few minutes to go. It was a crazy Motul Petit Le Mans, Mike Shank. Nonetheless, clean, and some amazing drives. Tell me about everybody that put their effort into this.
Well, I mean, you're right. The field, all 9 cars for the whole probably 9-10 hours are all in the lead lap. For us, we were P last with 1 hour and 45 minutes to go. P last. We had made a mistake with a tire selection for Tom on his last stint, and it really hurt him and hurt us. And we went to P9 because of our own tire strategy. But in a weird way, it kind of set us up for the end and the way it worked out. So I think you saw Colin's talent at the end there when he went past Ranger on the restart. And
wow.
And it was awesome to see kind of that start, and then was just holding on. And I think the 01 was probably a little quicker than us today, but it didn't matter. We got out front first, and we deserved to win the race.
Let's close on this. I know how much sports car racing means to you. It changed your life, your wife, Mary Beth, changed your entire family's life. You're going to hate not being here next year, but tell folks about the passion that lives within you for IMSA to come back to this. This is unlike anything you're going to find in any other series anywhere.
So it's the basis of everything I've done to this point. It really is. And Jim France knows that. John Doonan knows that. We're talking to lots of people, and we're trying to understand where we may look at in 25.
You and your partner, Jim Meyer, nonstop on the phone.
And within Liberty Media,
Yep.
Liberty Media is a 30% owner of our team. And so we'll all make the right decision. We feel our future's here, not in NASCAR. This is where we need to be back to, and this is where I aim to get. So I just want to do it with the right deal. I just want to make sure we have the right deal,
Make sure you follow along with us on IMSA's official YouTube channel and follow IMSA Racing on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X. We're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff with some pretty cool people with some pretty cool race cars. Visit IMSA.com to hear the action called live and download the official IMSA app to follow the timing and scoring information as the sessions take place.